Greetings, Commanders. If you guys missed yesterday's live stream, we're going to be going over a brief overview of what all we found inside of the stream. We're going to be going from our build overview to how far we're able to jump. We're going to be testing it landing on a high gravity 45G world. And for anyone curious, the storage in this thing, you can get about 300 or so if you decide to drop some of the modules that we have inside of our build. So like, for example, if we head over to our optional internals, you can drop your fuel scoop to a smaller one while keeping the 5H and the 5D shield gen. You'll get about 300-ish storage. That's pretty good if you're trying to go for CMM composites on ground ports. Okay, so for just a general build overview for the people who missed the beginning of the stream, currently we have 0 utility mounts, we have 0 hardpoints. It has 6 medium hardpoints, it has 1 large if you're wanting to fit it for combat. For utility mounts, it has 6 different utility slots, so it does do a decent amount of utility. For core internals, we have a Mark II ablative lightweight alloy plating. This is going to allow it to have better entry towards those planets, which is why it didn't really affect us too much. We went with light armor. The reason why we did that is it actually does have a mass on it. With the lightweight armor, it goes from like 14 tons down to 6.75 tons. So this is the least amount of weight possible with the new plating. For anyone also interested though, okay, they don't have it here, but they have this same Mark II ablative plating for military, reactive, like every single type of alloy for this ship. So if you don't want lightweight, that is an option for a combat variant. Power plant, we have a 4A power plant with overcharge and stripped down. For the Mark II gravity optimized thrusters, we have dirty drive tuning with stripped downs. Once again, maximum weight, maximum speed. We have a increased FSD range and a mass manager. Unfortunately, they don't have the V1 SEO drive from the Titans, so we're not able to get the increased jump range and boot up sequence at the same time. That would be something else that I personally would like to see tweak, since we sort of seem to have gone to the V1 as like the primary SEO, so maybe that would be something worth mentioning. We have a 5D life support with lightweight already added in, or sorry, we added in the lightweight, they did engineer that. We did a 5D distro with engine focused and stripped down. We tried to go with a smaller distributor and we were just having issues with the actual thrusters being on a boost, so we went with the 5D. You might be able to squeeze it down to 4D, but 5 with grade 3 is where we were able to actually get working. Sensors, we have 8D with lightweight scanner and a 7C standard fuel tank. For the optionals, we have a 7A fuel scoop, the Guardian booster, and a 5D shield generator with enhanced low power shields with stripped down. With a 2G vehicle hangar bay, a surface scanner engineered, super cruise assist, and super docking computer. Which, I mean, technically you could probably get rid of these two if you really wanted to. And then you can pick whatever vehicle you want, either a Scarab or a Scorpion, and that doesn't really matter for the ship itself. Neutron jumps, it has a 6 times modifier on it, so we were able to get it up to, I think it's like 497 or so. It's 503 unladen. Which is pretty good, because I mean the ship actually... So if you're not using Neutron jumps, the ship only has about a 80-ish light year jump range. But with the modifiers on the Neutron jumps, it does go much further. I don't think other ships in the game will be able to get the boost, because then it would just make the ship irrelevant. So I think this is going to have way better jump range than the melee when it comes to like people who use white dwarfs and neutrons regularly. For those who refuse to do it, it might be about a medium ship. I don't know. So it's going to get a 6 times modifier on neutrons, and it's going to get a 3 times modifier on white dwarfs. So in that regard, it's going to be able to outclass it. For the overall jump range, we get about an 80. Or yeah, so it's whatever I'm fueling up, so whenever I take all the damage.
Yeah. We'll see what it goes after fueling up once.
Advantage going to need updated? Yeah. Problem is, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that until it actually gets released to the public, since, you know, this is a testing verse, so anything, if they change like any value, then it would completely throw off all of his data on the site.
Every time you fly through the cone like that, you're taking extra damage, because you're going into it twice.
Still at 84.
Okay.
Alright, so jump range is you like 400 again? Let's see. Neutron, right?
I don't know what got it down to 84 in the first place then. Maybe you overheated at some point.
Let's just assume that I can skip that one.
You hit that red giant. That's probably what did it.
Ah, yep. Survive? This is a 45 gravity world. We're most likely going to blow up. But hold on, before we do that. Let's see here. Module-wise, we got... So it was 84 after we had a slight issue with the sun, and we lost about 1% from our module health after jumping like 20 to 30-ish. Yeah, we made it all the way to the 45 grav. You don't even do colonization? I mean, if you're going in and out of planets a bunch doing exobio, that's another thing where this place would help. With 4 pips of shield, if you're going to glide, I landed there with the chieftain with A-rated shields, they held up. Try that. Oh, that's right, hold on. Go slower, that way it actually puts us into the thingamabob. Are you gliding shallow and use flight assist off a few times too? It's too big for EXO. I don't know, I'd have to use it more to see like where it actually fits in the verse. But we'll go slow, that way we don't have to worry about the whole FSD cooldown. I do miss the Titan drive's like faster boot up. The ramp is terrible. Oh, is it? We haven't actually used the SRV part yet. After we test and see how well it works on this planet, we'll do that next. So, ironically, the goal, regardless if we survive or don't survive, is to blow up anyways. I think I should be able to enter orbital cruise from here, though. By the way, most ships would kick you out of this sharp of an angle. That's one advantage to having this ship, which is why it's much better for, like, planetary stuff. We should be engaging glide any minute now. I am curious to see how fast we're able to slow down too. Last time it was pretty quick. This is a 45 grav world though, so it shouldn't be that quick. Though we go super fast as soon as we enter glide too. Then make it a little bit higher. There we go. Is it fast enough? Oh, it's definitely not. Oh. That's actually not too bad for a 45 gravity world. It'd still probably crash when we try to land it, but 75 degrees is nice, but I can just do 90% glide with my glide skip trick. Alright. So, for high gravity worlds, this thing completely obliterates all their ships. Oh, alignment, okay. Perfect. Landing gears down. Aha! Perfect. Watching the Mark II thruster seems to basically disable the high gravity while moving upward and forward. It looks that way. I mean, according to the map, it does still show that this one has, yeah, 45.31 gravity. So, most ships, it should have been sucked in and blown up very quickly. This one, it just sort of ignored the whole time, so we didn't actually have to factor that into our descent. So that was kind of cool. This is how much on the Caspian? It's 951.
Yeah. The whole mass on the Caspian is too high, just outright. Do we know the length, width, and height of the Caspian? I think we might need you to check that once you're in a station again. Yes, yikes indeed.
Okay, so when you deploy the SRV...
Oh, that's awful. You drop down like 20 meters or maybe 10 meters. How do you get back in?
You just click to go in.
Does it let you when you're that far below?
Yeah. So the only thing that I would say is a little odd is I feel like that should be rotated so it's faced the opposite way. It doesn't make any sense to me that, yeah, it's facing the ramp. If it was turned the other direction, then the SRV would make sense, 'cause, you know, like...
Also,
I mean, they could have magnet or something, but...
I guess that's still like a comical distance for it to rise. Yeah, you drop so far you bounce off the ground.
Now, some things to keep in mind. We found that the SCO drive seems to be incorrectly statted right now. This is the testing universe, so it might be fixed by the time it gets released. But it seems like it goes 7A, then it goes 8A, 8A Mark II, then 7A V1. So the V1 Titan drive for the 7 series outperforms the 8 series SCO, but that's the only SCO in the game where it's below the previous tier. So once this gets corrected, the Caspian should have a better jump range. Also, another thing to note, we found that this ship is on the heavier side. So we head inside of the shipyard, and then we can just see inside the purchase. And by the way, for anyone curious to see the actual price of the thing, it'll come in at 170 million. But if we click the equal sign here, we can get a little bit more information. It's coming in at 950 tons. So if we compare this over towards like the Type 9 Heavy, for example, this is 850 tons. So the Type 9 Heavy is actually lighter than the Caspian. So that's another thing that might possibly get tweaked later on. I'm not sure, but just wanted to include that inside this video. Hopefully this helped you guys make a decision on the Caspian. I will see you guys in the next one, Commanders, and let me know what you think of the build. If you would change anything, if you would tweak anything, or if you want to see any other test. We'll definitely be doing another stream here soon on the combat variant of the Caspian, because I think it looks really cool, and I am really excited to test that out. But I'll see you guys in the next one, Commanders. Stay safe out there. And have a happy Thanksgiving for those watching on Thanksgiving.